So here I'm gonna file my nails. You want to shape them up, make sure they're nice and no rough edges to them, you know. A really good rule of thumb to figure out how to shape your nails is pay attention to your cuticle area. Depending on that shape, you really I guess you can say it's a good guideline to use, that shape down there. It helps you figure out what's the most pleasing for your nail, for your hand, I guess you can say. Once I finish shaping them up, I'm going to soak them about a minute, minute and a half. You really want to get those cuticles really soft. So after I soak, dry them off really well. Then I'm going to put some conditioning balm on my cuticles, and today I'm going to be using Qtica. I really like Qtica's products. And you just really want to make sure the base of the nail is really saturated with this cream. In a little, we're going to be pushing your cuticles back, and you never want to push your cuticles back if those cuticles are not moistened. It can do a lot of damage to that nail bed. Now here are 3 implements that you can use, whatever you have around your house for your nails. I am going to use the one with the little rubber tip to it. It's a lot more gentle. They're all going to do the job, but you just really want to make sure you're not applying too much pressure. So whatever you have, it'll work. As long as those cuticles are really soft, by you soaking them and by putting that balm on there, I mean, they should just glide right back. You shouldn't really have to use any pressure at all. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of massage it in there, get rid of most of that that oil, that balm. Really work it in there. And just a touch back. Again, you really want to make sure those cuticles are moistened before pushing them back, because a lot of people don't realize that sometimes you can get ridges or corrugations in your nail, and the reason why is because you're pushing your cuticle back when they're dry and they're not in the right state to get moved, and that could do a lot of damage. So here, instead of going and washing my hand, I just dipped it in some nail polish remover, a Q-tip and some nail polish remover, and I'm just going to remove any excess of that oil off my nail. You really want to make sure all oil is removed before any polish goes on, because the worst thing is to do it and to chip like the next day. This definitely helps. Now these implements could help me remove any excess cuticle. This one you could probably get for like 99 cents. Be very careful because it is brand new. It can be really sharp. And I start from the center and kind of work my way to the sides. And if anything's up and dry, or you can kind of tell there's like a crack in the skin, you can just go ahead and use that. This is a little bit better just because you can literally get the piece you want to get. You don't have to go ahead and scrape the entire surrounding of the nail to try to get just one piece. The other one, you kind of have to do it in like a nice even scrape, I guess you can say. So just feel around. If there's nothing there, don't bother grabbing it, because those cuticles definitely help stop from any infections or any fungus getting into the nail or into your bloodstream. So they're there for a reason. Don't remove them unless they're absolutely necessary. Here I'm going to be using Qtica's nail strengthener. This is another one I really enjoy. You see a difference in about a week of using this stuff. It really helps harden your nails. Now here I'm using my Nicole, I think it's Grapes Over You. It's by OPI. I had a little accident in the drawer. That's why there's like white all over it. But the first coat, what I do is I really try not to touch the cuticle as much as I can, and then I just really want to do fast, quick, very thin coating of the polish, because we're going to do a second coat, and we're also going to do a top coat, so we don't want it too thick and too chunky. So I really want to make sure I get a nice thin even coat I definitely want to touch most of the nails I can, but I don't want to be too precise. You know, I don't want to take too much time or end up using too much nail polish to get good coverage. We are gonna go over it again, so there's really no need, you know. And once it's polished, you probably want to wait probably like 2 minutes before you go ahead and put that second coat on. And when you start the second coat, you definitely want to make sure you're taking a little bit more time the second time around. Since you had a nice thin coat, you really don't have to take too much extra time, but it definitely helps to get in those sides to make sure you get full coverage, okay? I think the one thing that makes it look a little bit more professional is when the polish really isn't touching the cuticle, which is at the base of the cuticle or even the sides. So just take a second, just really not overlapping it as much as you can. I mean, I have like nothing of a nail right there, so I do tend to hit my skin, which, I mean, it's gonna happen, but don't worry. Now, for any reason you do hit the skin, again, wait till it all dries out. But if you wait about maybe 5 minutes after the polish and just run your hands in some water, it'll actually just peel right off, so you don't even have to worry about trying to get it while it's wet, or try not to get your skin. It really just peels right off. So here I'm going to be using Qtica's extended nail top coat. And this is the one product of theirs that I don't care too much for. I think it's too thick and it pulls the polish, and I don't like that. So do not recommend their top coat, but I do like their other products. This next one is my favorite. It's halftime drying drops. Basically, it helps dry the nail polish through and through, like nice hard candy coat. This is like the main reason why I started even using this product line, or because of these drops. Other lines have some, but they're not the same. This is the final look.